I welcome you back to another buzzwords. There seems to be an endless stream of them. Well, there is because it seems like the organizers of the propaganda behind the war have a factory where they manufacture these words every month or every couple of weeks to present to the world. Well, we're here to cover them. So these next few ones are going to be either bars, clauses, or bars, phrases. So here we go. Open air prison. So the war in Gaza, Gaza has been described often as an open air prison. I wonder why that is. Well, according to the claims, various three two-letter word organizations that are supposed to be the custodians of human rights and everything legal in the world that are all tilting towards terrorist Hamas describe it as as open air prison. And this is solely because they say that people have no free movement. They've been restricted from moving through Israel to other parts of the world. Um, although Israel had to do that. If these people were allowed, well, which wasn't always the case, there had not always been restriction. When Israel moved out of Gaza in 2005, before then, there was no restriction. They could move. However, people went from there. They carried out all sorts of atrocities, suicide bombing, mass rampage of stabbings, attacks in Israel. If that was your nation, would you want those people to continue to have free movement through and across your nation? We know that Israel had to do something to curb that all-out attack on their people. So that restriction is in place. Aids have poured in from all around the world into Gaza. Those aids came in all shapes and sizes. As the Gaza people decided to keep terrorist Hamas in charge of the place, they are left to suffer as a result by Hamas, who care nothing for their people. Hamas has used the billions donated to enrich the leaders, build terror tunnels, a very, very complicated network of terror tunnels, and manufactured rockets, bombs, suicide bombs, to launch at Israel instead of developing their land. Israel left Gaza as a fertile paradise, which they could have continued to manage. But they destroyed it while hoping to also acquire and destroy Israel. Let's address the huge elephant in the room, Egypt. Egypt also has a very wide border with Gaza. Egypt is an Arab nation as well. How come the entire world is silent on the Egyptian closed border to the Arab relatives in Gaza? Why must it be Israel that is to blame for not giving those Gaza people the opportunity to keep repeating attacks on their citizens? The outcome of hatred and envy have never been favorable to their hosts. Another buzz phrase or buzz clause is ethnic cleansing. Ethnic cleansing. Oh, God. Well, when they talk about ethnic cleansing, but they still have people from Gaza who are living at peace in Israel. They're going about their daily lives safely. If Israel meant to cleanse Gaza, should it not have started with those who lived in Israel, the Arabs in Israel? Yeah, begin with them, cleanse them, and then go to Gaza. This play on the heartstrings of those who already detest Israel is going on to some extent, as we have seen demonstrated on the streets and campuses of major cities and universities in the Western world. It's so sad. There is no ethnic cleansing or genocide or massacre. Israel does not deliberately target civilians. On the contrary, that is a dense urban area where the enemy does not obey the laws of war. They use their civilians as shields. Amazingly, it is reported that the civilian casualty ratio is the lowest because of the effort of the IDF to minimize the casualties. There is no ethnic cleansing in Gaza. Let me show you this, because at the end of the day, it is really, really unfair to Israel when these things are said. So let me show you this photo. As we can see, world Jewish population in the world, 1936, 16.6 million. As of 2023, it was 16.1 million. 6 million Jews were outed in the Holocaust. Look at Gaza population, 1967, 350,000. 2023, 2.2 million. Wow. Look at the growth. And you want to tell me that there is ethnic cleansing? Israel must be doing something terribly bad, because they're trying to cleanse them, but the population is growing. Israel did not start this war. People need to remember this. They brought it to them. There is no one who would hear such things happening against women and children who would not be moved. However, it will be helpful if people would pay attention, take the time to study carefully before running around to be the propaganda parrots on behalf of terrorist Hamas. It is a shame that the legacy media around the world have not made it easy for people to know and learn the truth, because they are the disseminators of all lies as dictated by Hamas terrorists. The buzzwords cannot save the innocent people of Gaza until terrorist Hamas released all hostages and surrender.